Hello, Misfits, and welcome to the world of Aurelia. This is the Misfit Adventurers podcast, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast where our group of friends sit around and play one of our favorite games set in our own homebrew setting of Aurelia. I am the Dungeon Master, Amanda, and I hope that you will join us and enjoy the story we have to offer. Okay. All right. Well, the last time we were all together, the party returned to the town of Glad Isle after going out and meeting the bandits in the woods. They collected their money from the mayor with a little bit of lying and deception. And then kind of were immediately worried or confused about sort of the interaction with the butler and the mayor kind of leaving and not returning. Did a little bit of snooping and happened upon the mayor hurt and being dragged into a room by the butler. Burst through the window, found out that the physicians had injured him and were supposedly up to no good, and then discovered that these physicians were 3 hags. There was a pretty tense fight. A couple people went down, but they defeated the hags and discovered that the mayor's wife, Margaret, was dead and had probably been dead for a bit of time. They informed the mayor of this, which he took pretty hard, and kind of talked to the townspeople and found out that all the undead townsfolk that had been raised had dropped dead once the hags were gone, and also found some extra bodies amongst the dead that did not match the descriptions of plague. Aila did a little bit of snooping and asking around and happened upon somebody that seemed to recognize her. This individual was immediately struck with fear and tried to get away. Aila successfully pulled them into a grapple, into an alleyway, and upon fearing that they didn't have a way out and not wanting to talk to Aila, this individual then attempted, or seems to be attempting, to take their own life. So we're going to open with an initiative roll, and we're just going to kind of theater of mind this, if that's okay.
Oh no, my AirPods might be dying.
I can hear you. So, Aila, I need to know.
And it's fine in the meantime. Oh, I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything?
Can you say?
And I lost...
Benji's going in and out for me, too.
Cool. We're doing good. We're doing a good job,
Wait,
guys.
You know what? After the intro, just do a cut.
Oh,
and
here.
then
Oh, that's so loud. Oh my god. Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, and I can hear you.
Cool. What did you get for initiative?
I got an 18 plus 4 for a 22.
I got a 21. So, you just barely won initiative. It's your round. You have this individual grappled. What would you like to try to do?
Okay.
Hey,
what
Benji.
I would like to try to do is to wrench the knife from their hand.
Okay, I think that would be probably some sort of contested strength to disarm.
Strength or athletics?
I feel like you can probably use either. Yeah, I'll let you use athletics as long as I get the same caveat.
I got a 16 plus 5 for a 21.
You wrench the dagger from his hand.
Okay. At that moment, I would like to try and pull out my rope and tie him up.
I don't think I will let you do both on your turn.
Okay, that's fine.
You have your rope at the ready, but
okay. And I'm gonna say, I really don't think that you want to do that, mister. I really think that you want to come quietly and talk to me.
roll an intimidation check.
Okay.
And I will roll, I guess,
17.
insight.
This new dice you made for me is really rolling well, Amanda.
Okay, well, based off of what he has, yeah, you wrenched the dagger out of my hand. Does that complete your turn?
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out my rapier. And I'm going to stab myself.
What the hell? Okay, my reaction. Can I try and stop him?
Hang on. Let's look at reactions. Oh, jeez. Man.
Oh, jeez, man. Oh, gosh. Oh, jeez, Rick.
I mean, the thing, like, it's kind of tricky for reactions. I mean, like, I don't think you necessarily have a reaction to do another contested grapple. Like, I would think your reaction would be like a quick attack if they're trying to flee, or like an evasive action if you've acquired that ability as a rogue.
So, what about me using the dagger that I just grabbed from him to try and, like, bounce the blade?
He's not trying to move out of your space, so it's not, you don't get an attack of opportunity. I'm sorry. So, the way we're gonna do this is he is dying. I'm gonna consider, since he willingly stabbed himself, I'm gonna treat that as 2 failed death saves, leaving him 1 left that could work in your favor or not work in his favor. Because not all suicide attempts are successful.
It's true.
Unfortunately. Fortunately, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yes.
We're in a grim state of play right now. That's his turn.
Okay. For my turn, I would like to try to stem his wounds and stabilize him.
I need you to make a medicine check, and
Which I
I'm gonna
ain't
pull
great at.
up something else.
I'm not great at them. A 5. So no.
No. You try. You're perplexed, honestly. In all your experiences that you can remember, you do not recall ever being faced with this scenario. You're ill-equipped to quickly aid someone who is bleeding out at such a rapid pace. You're taken aback, and you're not thinking quite clearly enough to know exactly what to do. You are not able to stem the bleeding during your turn. So, death save. With your permission, I would like to use my high variance d20. Okay. Let's see how this goes. That's a success, but not a crit. So he's still dying, but he's not dead yet.
I would like to try again.
Roll another medicine check.
Tis just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound. I'm getting better.
A nat 19 for a 20.
A nat 19 for a 20. Wow. Okay. I think I would say that he's not actively dying, but he's at 0 hit points.
Okay, at that point in time, I'm going to tie him up and drag him further into the alley.
Wow, I did not see that coming. Okay, I'm gonna take that off. Wow. Wow. Huh. Alright.
Oh my god. Oh wait, I gotta turn this music down just a little bit from my headphones.
I'm turning it down too.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to sort of shake him awake. I don't want to do any damage. I'm just trying to jolt him awake a little bit. And I make sure that I take any other weapons. I search him for weapons.
Yeah, you search him for weapons. All he had was a dagger and a rapier. And he's wearing some sort of like light armor. Honestly, it takes time for him to wake up, so I'm
gonna splash him with some of my seawater and see if that wakes him up faster.
Okay, sure. I'll say you are able to wake him up with the seawater. So he'll sort of like wake up. He's pale. He's extremely hurt. And he's looking at you just with utter fear in his eyes. Please don't kill me.
I don't want to kill you. I literally just stopped you from killing yourself. I just need to know who I am. I need to know what I've done. I need to know. I don't remember anything.
Roll a persuasion check.
16.
He gives you a pretty intense look of like confusion and doubt, and he looks at you. If you don't remember, trust me when I say you do not want to.
I need to know if I've done awful things. I want to do my best to make up for them in whatever small way I can. I have
Nothing you do can clean the blood off your hands. Let me live. Let that be your good thing. And then keep trying to do more.
Can you at least tell me what my name was?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. Do you know who Allie is?
Allie?
Yeah. I've had this dream that it's like a memory, and that name was said. Someone said that Allie was dead.
I don't know. Sorry.
Who was looking for me? You said that you wouldn't tell someone that you'd seen me.
The captain.
Jack.
Just let me go.
I don't intend to kill you. And I start untying his ropes. I never did.
I can't decide if you... I don't understand. I don't get if this is just some long con or you've lost your mind.
I mean, it's probably closer to the latter. I have no memories from before 2 years ago.
Consider that a blessing.
What's your name?
Doesn't matter.
I want to thank you for telling me anything about myself. I didn't even know my name.
Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas. And I'm going to reach out my hands to help him up.
Sure. You pull him up. He immediately holds his side, his stomach, his whatever he's stabbed.
I have a companion that I've been traveling with that she's a healer. She could heal you if you'd like.
Just... No. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather just... leave.
I'll nod. Thank you.
I honestly don't know whether to wish you good luck or ill fortune. But I hope you get the answers you're looking for.
Your words have kind of made me wonder if I want them at all.
It's good to ask that question. He's gonna sort of limp away.
I'm gonna try and stealth back to the tavern, I guess. Or I'll just go to the ship, I think.
Okay, sure. Where would everybody else be? So y'all have been sort of helping the town, with their sort of collecting bodies and stuff, and the ship is supposed to go out tonight. Would anybody else be doing anything?
I got that because I just did it. Amazing. This is not classy at all, but it is absolutely what Theron would do. Do I find anything on any of the bodies that I checked? That I help with?
I mean, I would say the sick that are now dead, like the undead that were dead. I would say they all don't really have anything on their bodies. I'd say the ones that were seemingly murdered probably have like total. Let's see, there were like 7 people. We'll say total they had 17 silver and 3 copper.
I will take that, thank you. Fazia should do it. Okay. I don't know. At some point, she'd probably try to find whoever's closest in the party and be like, should we head that way, I guess? I don't know what time they're leaving.
Alright. Where are you, Darren?
Honestly, probably getting a drink.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. You can definitely
Just going to the tavern and
yeah, sure. Easily enough done. Are you paying any attention to people around you, or are you just sort of mindlessly?
I'm probably just in my own little world
Sure. Yeah.
because it's been a day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah.
Easily done. You yeah. Sort of chillax. Revan, are you doing anything?
I'm finding the boat and just checking with the crew to see if there's anything I can do to help out with getting the ship to go a little bit quicker.
Yeah, you're able to sort of like, help them load the last bits of cargo and stuff. And yeah. By sort of dinner time, the ship is ready to go, and they sort of I don't know, ring a bell. I don't know. Maybe Arthok walks around and finds those that are not at the ship yet, and sort of collects you guys. So you're able to board the ship, and everybody levels up. You guys level up.
Yay.
Level 4! Level 4!
Why don't we go in and sort of pause, sort of, and let's do our little level up now.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So, you guys board the Howstar. As you are boarding, Arthok will sort of lean over. So you seem to have stirred up quite a bit of commotion in the town, as it were. Most of them were asking if you go by a certain name. I of course didn't have anything to give them, but curious if you've given that much thought.
This is
We
what
had talked-
Hoot says.
Yeah, there you go.
Hoo hoo hoo.
And so Chi is going to just be like, and then mind link with Hoots, and then be like, I'm sorry, what was that? And then you see, well, I guess you wouldn't know that I'm actually doing that. Anyway, you see this like look of intense thought on her face, I guess, as she communicates with Hoots, and then you see her just kind of, and then she clears her throat and is like, so he said the yo-ho-hos?
Oh my god.
But I want to clarify it's HOES. Yo-ho hos.
On the last one, yes.
Yo ho hos.
I will read it. I voted against this.
We voted. We actually had a vote.
You
so...
understand. You understand this is a name you're stuck with for like probably 2 actual in real life years, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Revan hears this and just sighs. But he
You're in
kind of
face palms.
you can hear just a little bit of a chuckle.
She's gonna be like, wow, that's amazing.
To be fair, this is kind of like a, you could say a double meaning, right? I mean, we could just be a collective unit of yo ho hos, as in the shanty.
Unit of hoes. Is that what I'm hearing? You're just a group of great.
Of shanties.
Well, that's quite an interesting name, you know. I don't think people will they shan't forget the yo ho hos. I think I might need a bottle of rum after that. Great. Well, I'll just, I'll tell them that before we officially leave port, just so they can get the word out,
Oh,
Man.
it was no trouble.
And did you, I mean, it seems like you've sort of dealt with whatever was happening in the town, but, what ended up being the cause of everything?
Wow.
Oh, there were these witches, and they were killing people and turning them into undead people. So it was like a whole thing. We took care of the witches.
And they're responsible for the death of all the people in the town.
I think so. There was a sickness. I don't know if it was caused by them or not, but they sure took those dead people and made them undead.
Yeah.
God.
They thought that people were getting better, but they weren't.
That's quite unfortunate. Well, hopefully this brings the town a bit of closure. I mean, I know Glad Isle used to be quite the place. Hopefully it can be that again.
Hopefully.
Well, I guess, to Edgewater then.
To Edgewater.
So, you're leaving in the late afternoon, early evening. I require a roll. Should we go down the line?
Oh, sure.
Fine with me.
Yes, please.
What do you need?
I need you to roll for me a d20.
Okay. I rolled a nat one. I
Okay.
rolled a new dice. Yes. First bad roll on it.
The first night of 7 passes by without issue. Is there anything that anybody wants to do on this first evening aboard the House Star?
I would like to refill my saltwater canister so that I can have salt water with me again.
Same.
Did everybody buy a water skin?
Sure.
I believe I think I did.
I'll give you a free water skin. Sure.
was gonna say, I think I did do the monies for that. I think.
All right,
Remember
you
doing
can
monies.
all refill your water skin of seawater.
F yeah.
Would anybody else like to do anything the first evening? You have 7 days, so if you don't want to do anything this night, you don't have to.
7 days where absolutely nothing is going to happen.
Yeah,
Oh God,
I'm sure nothing will happen.
Nothing.
Glad
Nothing
you
at all.
said that, Joe. Just so you know, if something does happen, it's his fault. Okay?
Whose fault?
Joe's fault. He's the one that said nothing would happen. So.
Oh well, I somehow I doubt that. You know.
I mean, it's
I feel like
statistically possible for nothing to happen.
If we just all roll ones.
just all roll one.
Sure.
The one time ones are desired. I mean, I guess I would just be. I'm sure I'm. Maybe tonight at least, just like looking. What's the word I'm looking for? Pensively out on the sea.
Pensively out on the sea, of course.
Mhm.
All right. Well, your first night passes without issue. And then we come to the day. First, Casey, will you roll a d20 for me, please?
Sure. I'm gonna use the fancy one that Pickwick gave me.
Go for it. Innervation, I believe, was the...
That is a 15.
A 15. Let's see. Okay. With a 15, the ship seems fairly calm. I need, so during the day, where do we think people generally are on the boat?
You know what? I don't want to say it, but because I'm an honest person, I'm gonna say on the deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would also be on the deck.
That's
I
been
feel
a
like
good
Aaron would
portion.
be.
What about you, Darren?
Yeah, same.
Deck? Aila as well?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoying the views.
Then, why don't you all roll a perception check for me?
Okay. What's my perception?
Nat 20 for a 23.
I got a nat one.
Pretty good.
Is it 21?
Is that a 3?
Big 3.
Big 3. 21, did I hear?
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a 13.
Okay. What did you get, Casey?
I got a nat one, but it totals 5.
Perfect. All right.
Same
So,
dice.
Aila and Darren, you guys notice off in the horizon, quite a distance away. I mean, honestly, you have pretty keen eyes to see it. There does appear to be a ship far off in the distance.
Can I see their banner flag?
You would probably need a spyglass to do so.
I'm gonna say, hey, can I get a spyglass? And I'm gonna climb up to the crow's nest.
Oh, climb up to the crow's nest. Sure. You climb up, and, who would be up there? We'll say... there's a tiefling male up there. Sort of orangish skin. Can I help you?
Yeah, that ship out there. Can you see what the banner is on it?
Ah, shit, I didn't even see that. He pulls his spyglass out. Okay. And he looks, it looks like, black flag with a white circle? Oh, wait,
I'm gonna
no,
take that
it's
spyglass
yeah,
and
sure.
I'm gonna look.
Roll perception with advantage.
Oh God. A 13.
With a 13.
Yeah.
It's hard to make out the details. You're having trouble like getting the spyglass to sort of like adjust just right for your eyes. It's fuzzy. It seems like a black flag with a white circle on it.
I'm gonna say that white circle. Does it look like a circle to you or something else?
Well, you kind of cut me off because you just sort of grabbed it out of my hand. I was gonna say it looks kind of like a serpent or something.
We need to avoid that ship. You know what ship that is, don't you? That's
I'm
bloody.
sorry. You wanna like refresh my memory? My knowledge of flags is like limited.
That's Bloody Jack's ship.
I'm sorry. Are you shitting me right now, or are
No.
you being serious?
His ship flag is a serpent eating itself. It's an Ouroboros. We need to avoid that ship. That is Bloody Jack's ship.
He hasn't been spotted in like quite a while.
So I've heard, but that doesn't mean he ain't out and about.
Gods. Well, I'll go tell the captain. You just keep... I'm sorry, can you stand here for like a little bit and just keep an eye out, and I'll go, tell the captain.
I will
maybe
nod.
to adjust our course. And he leaves. Bruh. Alright. He goes down. The ship just sort of slightly adjusts their course, kind of giving a wide berth to the direction that they are. They're sort of far off on the starboard side. Way far off. Like, it's a pinprick on the horizon. But still, the house star adjusts his course, cutting towards the port side, trying to just put a little bit more distance. This sort of full sails try to push for speed. All right.
Whenever he comes up to relieve me, I'm going to go back down and see our group, and I'm going to say, that was totally Bloody Jack's ship, y'all.
But what now?
Huh?
The flag, the banner flag. You could see it in the spyglass. It was definitely an Ouroboros.
Okay.
He hasn't been seen for a while, though, right?
No, and that's what the crew member up in the crow's nest said too. But that
Sorry, are you talking about like the Bloody Jack?
who's this talker talking?
Arthur.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It was totally a black banner
Are you sure?
with an Ouroboros. Yeah.
Why are they?
Are there
so-
no other ships that have like a white circle on a
Make
black
a
background?
history check.
Oh,
It was a serpent, though. It wasn't just a circle.
I believe you, Aila.
What did Orthox say? He said something else.
22 on that history check.
Ooh.
As far as you can tell, most flags are like some form of a skull or some sort of like image. The only one that seems circular in its design is Bloody Jack's ship. The Ouroboros, a serpent eating itself. A white serpent eating itself in the form of a circle set against a black backdrop. Arthok is just sort of like, why in the nine hells would Bloody Jack be... I don't, surely you're having a laugh.
I wish I was.
why does he only tend to be around certain parts of Kadath?
Well,
Is this weird?
Nobody's seen him in, years? I mean, it's...
How many years, if you don't mind me asking?
I will make a history check. I got a 5. I'm not sure. If you recall, I've lived in Flimwick for quite some time. At least several decades in Flimwick. I don't get out much. Study a lot of maps, but not necessarily up to date on my current pirate lore, if you will.
Well, I would rather take Isla's word for it and be wrong than not take her word for it and she be right.
Well,
Sure,
it
of course.
also, it wasn't just me that saw the flag. It was, and I'll point up to the crow's nest.
And you would remember this tiefling. His name is Vice.
Vice, okay. I'd like to go back up to Vice.
Sure.
Just pop my head up and say, hey, Vice, how long has it been since Bloody Jack's been seen? Why is it such a crazy thing?
Hang on. I got a natural 1.
God damn it. I just want info.
You know, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I think it's been more than a year, but like probably less than 5. Look, I mean, I'm on a boat all the time, so you know, like when you're growing up, when it's like the summertime, and if you're not really keeping track of like your daily routine, you kind of forget what day of the week it is sometimes. It's kind of like that, but like all the time, because I'm just on a boat. So
I mean, I feel that. I was on a boat for the
It's
last
all
2 years.
relative, is it not? So yeah, you get it. Yeah,
I
exactly.
get it. Okay, well, thanks. Also, thanks for confirming that, you know, that flag was what it was, because...
Yeah, that's kind of fucking wild.
Yeah, I'm a little terrified, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're gonna steer clear of that as best we can, because I don't know if you've heard, the stories, but I would like to, like, not die today, so...
Yeah.
You know, we'll see about tomorrow, but, like, today at least. Let's get through that. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm gonna put up my hand for a fist bump.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally, dude.
And I'll climb back down.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, definitely Bloody Jack's ship. So I guess he's active again. That's a little worrying, I think.
That certainly seems like, a wrinkle in just travel.
Yeah. We'll need to make sure to keep our eye out, I guess.
Do we know what is the name of Jack's ship? Do we know it? I couldn't find it in my notes.
It is the Ouroboros.
Just the Ouroboros? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Just the Ouroboros, she said.
Okay.
God, it's giving me Full Metal vibes.
I wonder if Jack knows that Isla's alive. But I don't know how he would, though, because that one dude didn't. But just seems a little too certain for this, you know what I mean?
What, that my name's Jacqueline?
Well, but you know, you're alive, and apparently that's news, and apparently you're affiliated with Jack, and now we see him. It's like,
I will say, out of character, I don't think that dude told Jack.
No.
But that doesn't mean someone else didn't see me and recognize me and send word.
Mm-hmm.
Did it look like the ship was headed toward Glad Isle?
No, it was definitely pointing in. It was pointing in the, I guess, the general northern direction.
So toward Edgewater. Perfect. Cool.
This is gonna be an issue.
What are you worried about? I'm sure it's fine.
Everything.
I don't know. What on earth could I possibly be worried about? Okay, cool. I'm gonna well, we'll get to tomorrow when we get to tomorrow.
Sure.
Yep. I'm gonna go down below deck for the rest of the day.
Sure. Do you stay there in the evening?
I'll go up for a little bit at periodic intervals, but I'm mostly gonna stay below deck. Yeah.
Sure. Most of the day passes without issue, and you guys sort of enter into the evening. I need, Benji, will you roll a d20 for me?
That's a 4.
It's a 4. Okay. And how is everybody spending their evening today?
I'm kind of trying to like lighten everybody's mood, take minds off of the bloody jack shit, and just like leading a jam sesh down below deck.
Of course, absolutely. People are definitely joining in. Vice is there.
Hell yeah.
He's totally singing at the top of his lungs. At some point, the goblin cook Shelly joins in for sure. The Tabaxi Thrill, he's there. He's singing.
Can I try and harmonize with Vice?
Yeah, for sure. Roll a performance check.
A nat fucking 20.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Vice has kind of like a heavy metal vibe to him, but like you just nail it. You're definitely you're hitting those Mariana Trench vibes, and it's like just gelling, just enough. It's great.
I like Vice. I think he and I are gonna get along.
He's pretty cool. Yeah, you guys are definitely lightening the mood. And at some point, I think Arthak will probably go out of his way to make sure you guys all have a round of ale waiting for you.
Hey, would that give Benji an inspiration point for trying to help out the crew? I'm just trying to remind you, we talked about this today.
We did talk about this. I will give you inspiration, Darren.
Pog.
Remind me, because I always forget.
Is there a way to note that in D&D Beyond?
I don't know if there is. My best advice would be to just pick up a random D20 and put it in front of you.
On the app,
Where's
you
the
can go. There's a thing you can
inspiration?
click inspiration, and you can click that it's
Yeah.
on or off, and that's it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
It gives you a little sun emoji.
See it now.
See, I wouldn't know because I can't get inspiration because I'm not a
Oof.
player.
Somebody
I'm
can't
used to
crit,
like
and
marking
they're
it
salty
on
about
like an actual physical piece of paper.
Yes. But Darren will get you guys a round of ale. Not Darren, sorry, Arthak will get you guys a round of ale. It was a pretty spirited song there. I really appreciate your efforts.
No problem. Just trying to lower the general stress level, you know?
It's a noble feat to take on. I'm sure, I know you guys can't wait to get to Edgewater. You talked about, honestly, I can't remember, but I'm sure for all of us, our future awaits in, Edgewater in some way or another. Aye?
Yeah.
I've heard the town itself is, pretty promising. Not quite as big as, Pelamari, but, certainly nothing to scoff at. Have you ever been?
I personally haven't. I haven't really gone much outside Tulric and Wexland.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I've been in Flimwick for the past, 35 years.
We kind of get set in our ways, don't we?
I'm trying my best to sort of, look, I know I'm quite old, but I kind of just want to get in that sort of one last hurrah. So I'm hoping, I've put in quite a lot of effort to study maps and know my way around waters, even if I haven't seen them myself, so hopefully I can put myself out there and be a navigator on some ship. I think Edgewater is my best chance, at least.
If you don't mind me asking, where were you before you were in Plumwick?
Before I was in Flimwick, to be honest, I'm not sure if I quite had a home. I sort of traveled between Amarine and Morgan. It was a bit of a tumultuous time back then.
You're talking before the, was it reconvergence?
A bit before the reconvergence and during and a little bit after.
What did you do?
Tried to travel. But I'm not sure if I really actually saw any of the places I went. I want to change that.
What do you mean?
Also, can I inside check that?
Yeah, I'm
Sure,
gonna inside after
absolutely.
this answer.
Absolutely.
Oh my god. Does he not remember because of the reconvergence? Maybe, I don't know if that was actually a thing though.
I checked that.
I only got a
I'm
12.
gonna inside after this. I wanna hear what he
18.
says.
Yeah.
18.
So.
He seems like he's being genuine. He sort of elaborates. I mean, there's going someplace because you have work to do or you have a task at hand, and then there's going to a place to see it and experience it, and I feel like those are very different things.
So you were traveling for work.
Yeah.
Were you doing navigation stuff back then too?
A bit. I'd say mostly, I mean, it was sort of a different... I'd say mostly it was just sort of working, transporting cargo.
Insight.
Sure, insight.
That's my insight now. I keep thinking of Tanari's stats. That is a 7 plus. I probably don't know, but that's okay. Yeah, that's an 11.
I mean, as far as you can tell, he seems pretty genuine.
I'm sure with things as they were back then, there was plenty to be transported.
Yeah, you all seem a bit spry. Do you mind me asking what your ages are?
Why is everybody?
I'm 26, so
Everybody, we all got that energy, right? We all got the energy.
I don't think I'm quite as spry as the rest of these. I'm 43.
You're more spry than I.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm 43.
43. 26. Pale girl. Feeling?
22.
22.
You kind of hear Revan off in the corner scoff and go, "Ha, I'm 4."
Yeah, you're quite spry, I would say.
you're 4. How do we not know this?
Did
Well,
you ask?
We
I
didn't
don't
ask.
quite
No.
look my age, I guess.
We
No, I
never
guess-
talked about that.
I probably talked over him if he ever said it.
What about you, Chi? I'm sorry. What's your surname?
Yamikani.
Yamikani.
Yes, yes. Kalistar names. No, I just turned 30 actually.
Oh. Yeah, no, you're all quite spry. I'm in my 80s, so I've certainly been around the block.
I mean, I guess I would be at the age to be around the block, but this is kind of my first journey elsewhere, so.
I remember thinking I had been around the block at 30. There's quite a few more blocks to see, I'm afraid. Some good, some bad. What do you mean you just saw? Is this a chat that I am not privy
Wait,
to?
what?
I just saw, I just saw a name, and I was like, "Oh my God, Benji! I just saw it!"
Ah, ha ha ha. ha.
So I didn't want to say what it was because I don't want to spoil it.
That's fine. That's fine. Why tell me things?
Oh, okay. I think I know what she saw.
I think yeah. I didn't want to say. Yeah, again, I didn't want to say it because I just. If you know Benji's color, that's a very perfect color for this because it matches the map font. That's very smart.
Oh, I see it.
I'm not on the same map as you. Sorry.
Oh,
That's why. That's why.
I see it.
Oh.
I see it.
I've chosen to give our audience a slightly more tasteful background, so apologies.
And we ruined it with our name.
I'll switch to it at some point. Yeah, yo-ho-hos. I have few words for that one, actually. It's
You know
not
what?
moist
You wanna-
boys, but it's
Do you want to know what the second was?
what
It was an actually good one. It was Pieces of 8.
Yeah,
I've heard about that one, and it sounded really nice. And
yeah. We had the serious options in there. The meme just won out.
Yo-ho-hos.
Very sophisticated. Right?
me and Sarah came up with one. It was Common Sense, because your coins.
Cute.
I think that's why we had Pieces of 8 too. And also, if you count Pancake, there are 8 of us.
And Pancake certainly counts, for sure. I guess to close this conversation, Arthok would say something like, well, old or young, I hope that you find what you're looking for in Edgewater. And if you ever find yourself in need of a navigator, just, I guess, remember me, perhaps.
Oh, Arthok. Of course.
You're a very eclectic group of individuals, but, you're certainly very charming.
No, you're too kind.
Theron
No, I
stares
don't
like
think-
she doesn't believe him.
No, we wouldn't forget the person that kind of picked us
Saved
up
our
on his boat.
lives.
I did fish you out
Yeah.
of the drink. I wasn't sure if you remembered, but,
Oh no, always, yeah.
That is true. Our ship had totally gone under, and we had no idea what we were going to do.
I can't help but just notice that you seem to be rather unfortunate, perhaps a bit unlucky in the way of, I guess just general, fortune or lack thereof. It's a bit concerning.
Yeah, it kind of feels like up until this point, everywhere we go, bad shit happens.
You know, I wasn't
Yeah.
going to put it so colorfully, but, I think you're very correct in your assumption. Have you upset the gods in some way, perhaps?
I hope not.
I'm gonna laugh.
I hope not.
I mean, I would hope not too. I mean, I've not seen one yet, but supposedly they walk amongst us these days.
That is what they say, yes.
I've heard tale of Umberlee herself, appearing in the waters.
If that happens, we're all fucked.
You know, I'm inclined to agree. And he sort of like puts a hand over his heart and tosses a gold coin into the ocean as he says this. I've heard she's not, the easiest, goddess to, appease.
I'm gonna turn to our group and say, maybe if we give her our coins like he just gave her a coin, she'll stop being mad at us.
Well, no, that's an actual thing. I'm not sure if you're aware, but you know, some sailors make a tribute to Amberlee before they cast off, in hopes of fair sailing.
Yeah, he's right. The fishers in Telerik used to do that all the time.
Some people also like kill people to appease her as well. I advise against that one, just because I think it might draw a bit undue attention. But
Hey, maybe that's Bloody Jack's bullshit.
Just because.
I want to very seriously have a conversation with everybody about tossing our coins into the ocean.
I was about to say the same thing. I want mine.
I
I want to see what happens.
How much money are we about to throw in the ocean?
No,
Oh, no.
No, our
Coins.
magic
Cursed
coin.
Oh,
coins.
your magic coins?
Yeah,
The fucked up
I tried.
coins.
Look, the worst that'll happen is it comes back. I tried it before,
Yeah.
and it came back.
Is it bad that I completely forgot about your magic coins for a second?
That's
You
the
just
whole
told me.
thing, Amanda.
Nah, it's
Is that eight?
fine. You want to toss your
I was
coins in the
gonna go-
ocean?
Yeah,
I'm
ahead.
not even gonna say anything. I just walk and throw it.
Sure.
Yeah.
same. I'm gonna
Does
do the same
everybody do
over my
it?
shoulder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, I'll do
Sure.
it. Yeah,
You
why
all
not?
toss your coins in the ocean, and a
Don't care
minute
that I
later
have
they all reappear in your pocket.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
figured.
Yep, chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Fuck off,
a
man.
copper and toss it into
Fight
the
me.
ocean too.
You what?
I'm gonna take a copper and toss it in the ocean too.
Okay, sure.
I'm guessing that one doesn't reappear.
No. The real money is gone.
I'm not gonna do that.
Same. I don't need to do that.
Arthok is sort of sitting there
I got
stroking.
the power of God and anime on my side. I don't need to do that.
Arthok is sort of sitting there stroking his scraggly bearded mustache.
I just kind of shrug at him.
Did we suddenly get a bit superstitious?
Just trying something.
Yeah, I wouldn't say superstitious necessarily.
Sure. That's fine.
I'd say we're already all superstitious. We just haven't shown it yet.
Oh man.
Fuck. Is it gonna be as long as One Piece?
We do not. No.
Let's
If we
make
did,
it as
if we
long
did
as One
something as
Piece.
long as One
As
Piece,
long as One
we'd be
Piece,
playing
Amanda.
this game forever. Which is fine.
I mean, so far we
1,000
don't know how long
Let's
we'd
go.
be playing.
Look, we can play the game Dungeons and Dragons forever. We
Forever.
can't play this campaign forever without having to
As
like
you-
pass the torch to your children or something.
Oh shit.
In game.
Hey, I'm only 4.
Yeah, you've got
He's only
time.
6, guys.
You're so young. You have time.
4.
Go see the world.
Man, amazing. Well, yeah, you know, old bones and such. I think I'm gonna turn in. Best of luck. I guess we've got a few days ahead of us.
Do we know how old Arthok is? We know he's old,
He
but
just
like,
said 80.
He said he was in his.
He just said 80?
80s. Do you,
Okay,
do you want
sorry.
to ask for a specific number?
no, I'm good. I'm
Okay,
good.
He said he was in his 80s.
That's
He's old,
pretty good.
hunched over, big, like, you know, sort of
Yeah.
punch on his back. You know.
Now that you like describe him and say how old he is, I'm just picturing my brother-in-law's granddad.
I would also say Arthok, scraggly beard and mustache. We know he's a Goliath. I'd say with being hunched over, he's at like 5'11", with his hunch. He also, as you've noticed when he talks, he's like missing like almost all of his teeth as well. So he's like old hermit vibes.
Oh yeah, it's just Eddie.
Yeah, you know, it's chill, man. All right, well, your night passes without issue unless anybody wants to do anything else. We go to the next day. Claudia, I need you to roll a d20 for me, please, madame.
That's so interesting, Benji, you saying like that might just be hateful jack shit. I mean, honestly? Wait, I mean, because I looked up the symbol Ouroboros,
Oh,
and at least in the real, well, at least in the real world, it can be an emblem of wholeness or infinity. So maybe this is his way of having infinite prosperity by pulling people to that unbelief.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 19.
Oh, you rolled a 19. I need you to roll.
Oh no.
Hang on. Hang on a second.
The power of God and anime on my side.
Yeah.
I will say
What? Go ahead.
today I'd like to talk to the captain for a little bit if I could.
Sure. Should we go on and do that first?
We can. I'm good
Might be
either
a good
way.
idea.
Uh-oh.
promise them.
Why don't you tell me what you would like to talk to Alice about? The cat.
I'd like to go up to her and say, "Hey, I don't know if Vice told you, but it totally looked like that ship was heading to Edgewater. Do we think that's going to be an issue? It was headed north."
I understand your concern, but even if that ship is... It could just be some idiot being stupid, but even if that ship is what it could be, a ship like that, a ship that notorious, doesn't just make port in a populous city. As far as we can tell, we haven't seen them again yet. We lost them late yesterday afternoon. We didn't see them at night. We haven't seen them yet this morning. We still have quite a few days ahead of us, but honestly, if they are a threat, I feel like it's going to be something we deal with before we make it to Edgewater. And that's just me being frank.
Understood. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of what direction it seemed the ship was headed in.
We are aware. Do you know anything that we need to know?
Not that I'm aware of. I just heard rumors about the ship in a tavern, and so I knew what the sign looked like. I knew what his flag looked like.
She sort of gives you a measured look. Okay. Honestly, as many eyes on the horizon as we can have, the better. We're gonna do our best to get you guys to port safely without issue. But we are at sea, and there are a lot of unknowns at sea, so all in any help is good. So
And we're definitely here to help.
good. That's important.
Perfect.
I hope it is not what it looks like.
Me too. Trust me. I've heard bad things about that ship.
I don't want to get into a fight with pirates.
Not at all.
All right.
Let us know if we can help with anything. I know anyone in our group would help.
Will do. Claudia, I need you to roll a d20 for me again.
Okay. Let's see. 17.
17. Ooh. Can you roll one more d20 for me, please?
I'm waiting with bated breath, Amanda.
Claudia, why are you wasting all these good rolls on this?
I know. Well, I just got a nat 1, so there we go.
Nat 1. Man, lame. Okay.
I was thinking that too. I was like, man, these would be great rolls. Not now.
Hang on. Okay, so as you guys are sailing for the day, it was overcast in the morning. The skies darken as the day continues. Winds and towering waves toss the ship like bath toys. A storm starts brewing in the ocean. More common and deadlier than most sea monsters, storms claim more ships than any other threat on the high seas. And it's probably going to take your help to avoid this one, claiming your ship like like the first ship that you guys were on together. So, there are a lot of things you can do to help aid the crew as they deal with this ship. This one seems mostly to be just really, really heavy winds, which is manageable, but it's still a threat. You know, a good heavy wind can still toss a ship about and potentially wrench control away from the captain. So, there are a number of people you can help. You can help the captain, the first mate, the bosun, quartermaster. There are lots of things you can do. So, I'm going to go down and ask each of you what you intend to do to help with this encounter, as you will. I'm also going to add a little bit of, let's add a little bit of thunder. Just to sort of spice things up.
Joe said, "I'm out. Peace."
Yeah, he's been having some issues. I don't know if I like that one. Let's do this one. Yeah. So let's go to Aila first. So, Aila,
Okay.
what are you doing?
She'd like to make sure that the sails that need to be unfurled and brought back in, she'd like to help with that and make sure knots are tied down securely.
Okay. Help with these sails. We'll say that you are probably helping the bosun or bosuns as you're trying to tie down knots. If you could give me either we'll say either a strength or dexterity check. And are you proficient in ships? Like in that mode of travel? It should say vehicles somewhere on the sheet.
Let me check. Let me find it.
Bro, are you even proficient in ships?
Vehicles, land, vehicles, water. So yeah, ships.
Add your proficiency bonus to this roll.
Perfect.
So I'll give you strength or dex, and then plus proficiency.
Well, I rolled a nat 2. Plus 4 is a 6. Plus 2 is an 8. I did awful. At least it wasn't a nat 1. We lost you, Amanda. We can't hear you.
Sorry. You tried to help some of the bosun adjust the rigging and you know, make the necessary adjustments to deal with this heavy wind. And as you're trying to tie these knots in rain and heavy wind, your fingers slip and instead of pulling the sails up to take them out of the wind, they are unfurled for a second. And the wind hits these sails full on, kind of just sort of pushing and tossing your ship about. It seems like the boat is starting to lose a little bit of its control. Theron, what are you going to do to try and help the crew deal with this threat?
Okay, well, my original plan before Aila went was to see if I could help, like, secure things on the ship anyway. So is there any way, like, if I see that I could go help with that as well?
Sure. Again, give me a dex or strength check.
Okay.
Are you proficient in water vehicles, perhaps?
No, I'm not.
Okay, then just normal dexterity check.
That is 13 plus 3. That's a 16.
16. Okay. With the 16, as this knot loosens in Isla's hand and the rope starts to fly away and the sails catch the wind, you're able to, at the last minute, sort of jump off of the mast, grab that rope, land onto the deck, and pull it back to tie it up. So sort of a last minute save there. It looks really cool.
Cool. I will take that.
Mm-hmm.
Teamwork.
All right, Darren, what are you going to do to try and help the crew deal with this heavy gale?
That's a very good question.
There are lots of things you can do. If you would like something a little bit more charisma-based, there are things you can do as well.
I would, definitely.
You can talk to, like, the first mate or potentially the captain and either encourage them or intimidate them to try and, like, help them get control over the situation.
Let's give Alice a pep talk.
Sure.
You got
Yeah.
this, girl.
You can absolutely give Alice a pep talk. So give me a charisma check.
I'm going to use my inspiration. Wow. Really? Okay.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
Is that good
So
or
the
bad?
first
Wow.
one was a 6, and then the second one was a 7.
No!
So that
That's
is an
better.
11
An 11.
for doing straight charisma. Yeah, it's 11.
So what kinds of things do you think you're saying to Alice?
You're doing great. This is terrifying. You're doing okay.
Have you ever tried
need to
steering
not
a ship in
panic.
a heavy gale?
Just everybody, just don't panic. It's okay. Doing fine. We'll be okay.
She's doing her best. Like, you can definitely see the sweat just beating on her brow. And she is like, she has the helm in a death grip and she's laser focused. And it's really hard to tell if she is helping you or, like, if you're helping her or if, you know, it's a little bit hard to read how helpful or not helpful your situation is. She's still doing her job to the best of her ability. It doesn't seem like she's been distracted or dissuaded in any way, though. So I will say that. All right. Chi. What is Chi doing to help?
So quartermaster sounds below deck and sounds like, you know, with the
It's
people.
not necessarily below deck.
Oh, okay.
It can be above as well.
Okay. What would that entail necessarily helping out the quartermaster?
Quartermaster. Quartermaster. It can be more of a wisdom sort of check to sort of make sure that we're. It can be nature. I think I'd also allow survival as well to sort of find the best way to cope with the situation.
Sure. Well, I would like to help out the quartermaster then.
Sure.
I don't know exactly what I would be doing necessarily, but offering assistance.
Sure. We'll make whatever roll. Survival, nature, wisdom, either of those.
Okay. We're gonna go with survival and wisdom are the same mod for me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess survival because this sounds like a survival situation.
Sure.
That is a 23.
23. Yeah, so you're doing a really good job of sort of like tracking the direction the winds are changing in and kind of relaying those directions to the quartermaster, which he's able to shout to the various crew members that are controlling the sails and the rudder and all of that stuff. So you're actually pretty crucial in like giving very quick directions to the quartermaster to sort of help with this. Let's see, who is the quartermaster? The quartermaster
I can't remember.
is Heskin Zordax, a dragonborn.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Pretty big, cool guy. Yeah, and when you have these real big, heavy storms with these very fast, quick changing winds, it's pretty crucial to be keeping an eye out for that, because those winds can change direction in a second. This is the kind of storm where, like, on land, you could have a tornado pop up, so those winds are changing direction pretty rapidly. So you're being quite helpful and sort of helping him direct the crew in the most efficient manner. So, good. Very good. Would you like to kind of speak for Hoots and say what he might be helping with?
Let's see. Let me get a brief look at
You
his...
have like a dex strength option, a sort of wisdom, potentially intelligence option, a charisma / intimidation option, and then there's one that's just general water vehicles.
He has good wisdom, but I guess you know what? I think I'd like to say Hoots would just kind of be hanging around me and kind of assisting me and assisting them. Like he might notice something, and he'll hoot, and I'll like mind link and be like, "What did you say?" Etc.
Do we want to just tag him onto what you already rolled, or do you want him to roll separately?
I don't know.
Honestly, I'll leave it open to you. It doesn't really matter to me. Because we could treat it as you rolling with advantage. So you could technically roll again if you want to. Or we could have him roll separately.
I'll roll with advantage. But it likely isn't going to change because what I got was a nat 19. But let me see.
You never know.
Yeah, I rolled a little lower, so.
Okay, that works. So with you and Hoots, you're doing a very good job of making sure that Heskin, Zordax, is doing the best that he can. All right, Joe, are you back? I don't see him. I have his box, but I don't see him. I'm going to go in and do Orlana while we're waiting. And I'm going to say that she's probably helping with, like, some sort of dex, potentially strength thing. So we'll say that she's also kind of helping with the rigging and things like that. So I'm going to make a sort of a skill check for her. That's okay. Yeah, that's a 17. So she's doing sort of the same thing. She's sort of making sure that, like, the cannons are tied down and things like that. I've got you back now, Joe. I like your Pokemon. But she's making sure that everything is tied down and sort of making sure that the, like, inner underbelly of the ship doesn't completely fall into disarray, which is pretty crucial. We'll say that Arthok is probably trying to help her. We'll say, I don't know if he's necessarily moving fast as her, but he's probably trying to help her as well. All right, Revan, what are you gonna do to try and help the ship during this gale? You have a couple different options, but
yeah. So just a quick refresher.
Sure.
What has everybody else been helping with?
We've had a couple people helping on deck with rigging or tying things down. We've had a couple people help, like, with the sort of, like, gauging the weather and the seas and navigating through that. We've had some people giving pep talks.
I heard a pep talk.
Captain.
Yeah. Really inspirational pep talk.
There are some intelligence-based things that might be a higher mod for you.
I'd probably be pretty good at some intelligence-based things.
So you could potentially be, gauging some more weather and, like, ship dimension kind of things and relaying that information to the captain, perhaps. If you want to give some sort of intelligence roll, you can.
Yeah. I'll roll nature.
Okay.
Then. And get a 23.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, Chi and Hoots have been helping with the quick wind changes, but you're just you have such a cerebral kind of way of thinking.
Galaxy brain over here.
For sure, absolutely. So, like, you're not. Their method is more reactionary. There's a sudden wind change, and then they communicate that to the quartermaster. You are like, well, if you calculate the blah blah blah, you can predict that the winds would change in this manner before they happen, and you're able to relay that information to the captain herself, Alice, which is pretty crucial. So you, paired with Darren's pep talk and everybody else's work, you're able to sort of navigate through this storm and give her predictions of what's going to happen before they happen. And generally, they're pretty damn spot on. And y'all are able to navigate out of this heavy storm and gale with ease. And I believe that was the day. Shall we approach into the night? So, Revan. Dear Revan, will you roll a d20 for me, please?
A 14.
A 14. With a 14. So far, it seems like the night is relatively peaceful. It's still raining, but it's not stormy anymore. It's just sort of a gentle rain. And you guys enter the nighttime, and it seems like you're going to have a relatively peaceful voyage through the night. Would anybody be doing anything in particular?
Getting a drink.
Getting a drink. Absolutely. You go down to the kitchen, and a familiar goblin female. She kind of has a little bit of a pot belly. She kind of has this like kind of crazy sort of salt and pepper hair. Well, what can I get for you?
Shit was crazy up there. Can I get a round of drinks for
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
least
You
myself?
want anything special, or you just want like the regular ale that we keep on the ship?
Whatever you got's good.
Okay, I might throw in a little spiciness if that's okay.
The rum.
She will give you a tray of tankards filled with some dubious liquid. Does everybody partake of this?
Heck yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Sure.
All right.
Secret likes to
How
drink.
we want to do this? Drink
Okay.
roulette style?
I mean, I was just gonna say, if we're drinking it, I'll tell you something. If you're not drinking it, then no.
She would just kind of be the mom friend in these situations and just kind of make sure like
Sure.
people are okay, you know.
Are you
You just
drinking,
the group
though?
DD.
But are you drinking?
I wouldn't be, no.
Okay. Everybody that is drinking, I guess except for Revan, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Cool, let's do it.
She says special something. I said, oh.
I'm getting so
Hey.
sad realizing that I can't be
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Clean a robot.
intoxicated.
Yeah, you made that choice.
I got a 17.
I got
also
a
got a
on then, though.
17.
I got a 19.
17,
Oh, shit.
19.
We can hold our liquor.
Orlana got a 2.
No.
What did Hoots get? I assume he's drinking. Why not?
What is his modular?
Modular.
Okay, so Constitution. Boom. It's a save.
Yeah, con save.
Okay. What dice shall I use for hoots? I'll use this one. Okay.
What dice?
Okay. Okay. He got a 16.
16. Okay, everybody except for Orlana succeeds. Orlana gets stupid drunk. Like,
Damn it.
quite drunk. She probably
Like
barfs
me
in a
spilling
corner.
my drink on Amanda drunk.
No, we're past that. She throws up in a
Oh.
corner and then probably starts dancing on a table.
Oh goodness.
You know, we're past that, all right? We're getting ready to go to the boom boom room at Sky, okay?
Not the boom boom room.
Not the boom boom room.
Well, okay, so it's been a couple. How long has it been? It's been 2 days, 3 days, 4 days.
This is the third night. Tomorrow will be the fourth day.
I feel like we probably have gotten, quote unquote, thirsty. Yeah. Or hungry, I guess the
I was
word.
about to say thirsty? What do you mean by thirsty?
No, I mean like wait, the saltwater, the saltwater's it.
Oh, you guys
So-
feel fine. No nausea.
I guess maybe because we're on the ocean. I will say periodically I'm
No
taking a little
nausea,
bit.
heartburn, or diarrhea.
I'm gonna take
Wow.
a little bit of that salt water and just like pour it on my hands a little bit.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, same. I'll dip.
Do you guys not appreciate my Pepto joke?
No, I did.
No, I mean we got it.
Nausea,
I have a
heartburn,
joke for after.
indigestion.
Okay.
I have a
okay.
joke for after the recording.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you when I turn them off. Okay. Does anybody else do anything this night? Maybe to help babysit Orlana.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely doing that.
Okay.
Get her a glass of water.
Mom and
Gently
dad
coaxing her to drink
are
water,
helping. Wow, we found the mom and dad of the group. Yeah, you guys get.
I mean, yeah.
You guys get her some water. You guys get her a hunk of bread. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna also say that she definitely gets the spins. Maybe gets a little seasick. But you guys nurse her through it. It's fine.
Sick.
Revan goes up to them and goes, if y'all ever want to drink, like I can't get drunk, so just let me know.
We need to figure out some way to get you intoxicated.
No,
And there goes the dad roll.
there.
Amazing. I will also say Arthok is
You
probably
guys are not my children, though. That's the thing.
sure.
Yeah,
I would say Arthok
yeah.
is probably holding his own with you guys. He was able to partake of the same beverage and be fine.
I will say at any point, if Vice is up doing his watch right now, I'd like to join him.
Yeah, for sure. You can definitely hang out with Vice. Oh yeah, you're the blue girl, right?
There's actually two of us,
Like,
but yeah.
Yeah, you're the one with like the dark hair though. She's like a green hair, but you're like different.
Yeah, that's true. I just wanted to come up and watch.
You're a sea elf, right?
Yeah, I am.
Cool. It's a pretty rare type of elf. I don't know if you know that.
I mean, I don't know. I've never really been to wherever my parents were from. Not that I remember, at least. I must have been there when I was really young, but
Yeah. I just mean like in general, like, I mean, like, with the world and the whole like reconvergent shit and stuff, like there weren't a lot of sea elves before, but like I guess like there might be more now, but like, I'm just saying, it's kinda cool. I haven't seen a sea elf, so
thanks. I haven't really seen another sea elf outside of my parents either.
and yeah, you still haven't, so cool.
That's true.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'd love to help you out. Type. It's kind of hard to see things late at night, though, so, but, first thing in the morning, if you want to, like, borrow the old spyglass, I'll help you out.
Thanks. I'd love to learn. I mean, you never know when you're going to be on a ship without anyone else and need to keep watch, so.
You never know when you're about to be on a ship without anyone else? Are you like, you mean like the entire crew just disappears?
No, but I mean, like, maybe my group will end up needing to sail somewhere.
Disappearing and then leaving you alone on a ship by yourself? What? What are you talking about?
No, like, maybe my group, maybe we'll end up sailing sometime and it'll just be us,
Oh,
and
okay,
someone will
okay.
need to keep watch, and maybe
Look, I was
it'll...
about to just dissect that and try to see if we could take that as far as we could go, but I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I understand.
I'd still like to try and keep watch anyway, even though I can't see shit.
Sure.
I do have dark vision, so at least there's that.
Yeah, you can give a perception check.
14.
14. Seems pretty clear, pretty calm.
Cool.
The night passes without issue. Vice is pretty chill. Then we go on to the next day. I do believe we have made the rounds. So, Emily, Bickler, will you give me a d20 roll, please?
A nat 19.
A nat 19. First, is there anything that anybody else is planning on doing today?
We gonna have another fucking storm, y'all. It's good.
I will be in my cabin for a good portion of the day.
I'm not sure if you have your own cabin, but you can be below deck.
Below
in a
deck.
Hammock.
Below deck in a hammock.
Doing anything in
would
particular?
Look like I was meditating to anybody who isn't necessarily reading my mind.
But what are you actually doing?
I'll be focusing on some skills that I acquired at level 4.
I see. You are finding a way of internally reconnecting circuits that you did not previously know about. Sure.
Yes.
Cool. I approve. Anybody else?
I feel like Theron's just like she's on deck as much as she can be, and she's like on the edge of the deck, and she's kind of got her feet dangling over, and she's like sharpening her knives and her daggers and feeding cheese to Dot periodically.
Sure, absolutely. I'll say Arthok kind of pops over to you at some point. You have an affinity for knives, don't ya?
You know, they keep me safe.
Well, they keep you safe. Have you experienced quite a bit of danger?
Enough to be wary.
You know, that's fair. It's a pretty wary world.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's hard to know who to trust.
True words have never been spoken. It is hard to know who to trust. Well, at the very least, I hope that should the time arise, you can trust me, and I will do my best to help you out.
Insight.
Sure, absolutely.
18.
18. He seems pretty genuine.
Okay. She kind of gives him a long look, and then she says, I hope I won't have to take you up on it.
I hope that for all of us, we just have fair seas and safe travels.
Here's hoping. I'll take out a copper and toss it in the ocean.
You know, I do believe you have become, all of you have become just like a wee bit more suspicious than perhaps you were before.
I mean, it's like you said, bad luck seems to follow where we're going so far. I just don't want to take any chances.
You know, I think that's fair. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what else to say to that, actually, if I'm being completely honest. But, God's willing, we'll make it to Edgewater.
Here's hoping. She'll take some of the cheese and offer some to him as like a snack if he wants to stay and hang out.
Hi, thank you. And he'll just sort of sit down and sort of also dangle his legs over the edge and munch on cheese. Emily, I need you to roll another d20 for me.
3.
3. You got a 3. What happened? Hang on. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, will you roll just one more d20?
17.
17. Ooh. Spicy. Okay. There is most of the day goes without issue. Into the nighttime, there is a moment in which there is a bit of a commotion downstairs, below deck, around the kitchens, and you hear Shelly just sort of like screaming, I can't believe you ruined the dinner! And she's like absolutely screaming, and there's a little gnomish female who's like, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I mean, please. And Shelly's just going at it. She's like throwing pots and pans. Like, there's a bit of a conflict happening aboard. So,
Do we all hear this?
oh, for sure. Shelly's voice reaches octaves that few people can ignore. So.
I'm gonna run down and be like, Shelly, it's okay.
At this point, Shelly is like literally pulling onto Briar Birchwood, the little gnomish female, her hair, and like about to like beat her with a frying pan. So, yes, continue.
Like, hang on, it's okay. I can catch enough fish for all of us. It's okay, and I will help you cook.
I need you to make a
Can I pop down to aid him?
sure. Honestly, there are a couple things I could use. Charisma checks and potentially intelligence checks to save whatever dish has perhaps been ruined.
Well, my aid is going to be, yeah, he cooked fish for us when we were on the island, and man, it was some good fish. Best I've ever had. He can definitely help cook.
While they're working on getting some more food, I'll try and salvage whatever it is
Sure, give me
left.
some
Oh.
intelligence.
Could Theron just sit in the corner and watch?
Absolutely. Darren, I assume you're doing some sort of charisma.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to persuade her to chill.
Yeah, please roll.
18.
You're probably fine. College of Eloquence.
That is a 20.
Damn. Yeah,
Yeah.
18. So Revan's hard at work, like, salvaging this meal that's potentially been ruined. Darren, you're talking her down. While you are talking her down and like calming her, Aila, you pull the frying pan out of her hand. She's like, she just ruined the fish pie, and I mean, how do you mix up the ingredients in such a way? And she's upset, but you are able to sort of like calm her down, and paired with Revan sort of finagling in the kitchen. At some point, I'm sure you guys give her a taste test of what you guys are trying to salvage, and she's like, sort of calms down. And
Shelly, do you like cats?
I mean, I don't. I mean, they are kind of cute, and the little paws and little ears.
Awesome. You sit down over there. We'll finish up and get the fish pie.
But what? But the kitchen is that's where um, but are you sure? What if you don't know where all the things are?
Oh, we're smart. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Go sit over there, and I'll like, kind of like, mentally tell Pancake, go sit in her lap and purr, as cute as you can, please.
Yes, absolutely. She's sitting there sort of nervously stroking a cat. I will say Briar Birchwood, this gnomish female that apparently somehow tampered with dinner, is like crying in the corner as well and holding her head because her hair has been pulled.
I'm gonna kind of kneel down and be like, it'll be okay.
I didn't know. I didn't. Sometimes when I read, I get the letters all mixed up, and I just didn't. I'm really sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. You know, I used to not be great at cooking at all. But sometimes having a recipe, if you learn it not just going from what you're reading, sometimes that's a lot more helpful than, having to read, because sometimes the letters can be really hard, can't they?
It can be so confusing, and some people, I mean, depending on where you get your recipe from, there's different measurements, and I thought it's a lot to keep track of.
It really is, and I know Shelly's a lot.
I was just trying to help, and I just didn't, I mean, she's so busy all the time, and I just didn't.
Yeah. And, you were doing a great job.
I'm not so sure. I just don't.
I'm sure I can talk to her and see if I can get her to
I just thought,
teach you in a way that she can.
When she cooks, it just smells so good, and I just wanted to, just know a bit about what happens, that, how she makes such good things, and I thought I could help, and I didn't help.
You know what? Maybe this time didn't work out, but I'm sure that she'll let you, Do you learn best from reading or from watching?
Honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest, I think probably from watching. It's just so hard to read something and understand what they're talking about. If I could just see it, it would make a lot more sense.
Definitely. You know what? How about we see if we can talk to Shelly and see if she will let you watch her cook. And maybe
I don't know. Do you think I feel like she's so mad at me. I don't want to upset her. I mean,
maybe we wait a little bit. Maybe we'll let her cool down. And
it was so, I mean, trying to understand those ingredients. I feel like they're just designed to confusticate me. I just don't understand.
Let's let Shelly cool down a little bit, and then I think we might be able to see if she can let you watch her and give you kind of like a verbal walkthrough, and you might I'm sure you'll be as good of a cook as she is someday.
I don't know. That's quite a thing to say.
Well, you never know until you try, right?
I suppose that's true. Thank you. That makes me feel a lot better.
You're very welcome. I'll like give her, I'll like kneel down and give her a little pat on the shoulder.
Absolutely. Yeah,
You got
crisis averted. Very nice. Awesome. The night passes without issue, and we approach the fourth day. Casey, will you give me one more roll, please? I'm also aware of time, guys. Don't worry.
Sure. That is a 16.
A 16. Okay. What is everybody doing today? Whereabouts would you be?
I'm gonna be up on deck.
I'd probably be in the crow's nest.
With
Be
Vice?
finding a.
Yeah.
I'm on the side again. Just hanging out.
I'll just find a good spot to like pop a squat and write.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd probably be on deck too.
Those that are on deck, give me a perception check.
Alright.
I don't see shit. That's an 8.
Same. Wait, oh, perception. Yeah, no, I think I got an 8 too. I got an 8.
Other than that one, I don't see anything.
Oh my god.
15.
I got a 17.
Praise
17.
God.
Okay. Good.
Isla,
Excellent.
you're in the crow's nest. With Vice. You see a familiar dark speck on the horizon.
I'm gonna set my hand on Vice's shoulder and I'm gonna say, "It's back." And I'm gonna point.
Fuck.
Do you want me to go tell the captain?
I think someone should.
I'll head down.
In all my days, that's... That makes my skin crawl.
I hate it. And then I'm gonna head down.
All right.
Does Aila look like she's in a hurry?
Are you in a hurry?
I'm honestly trying not to draw attention to it, but I am gonna look at when I see.
I think if you were trying not to draw attention to yourself, you need to make some sort of deception or performance type of roll. And if people are trying to actively discern what her reaction is, you guys need to make an insight check to contest what she's rolling.
I rolled a nat 20 for a 26 deception.
I'll just-
Even if I roll a nat 20, I can't beat that.
If I got a nat 20, I need it, but I don't know if that beats it. Does that beat it?
Meeting it beats it.
If it
Meeting
meets it, it beats
It
it.
beats it. Okay, so it's like a DC. Okay, that's not a nat 20, so I do that.
Isla, cool as a cucumber, slinks down, whispers sweet nothings to the captain. No, whispers to the captain.
The
Captain Alice.
doesn't even notice.
You tell Alice, Captain Alice, about the, sorry, I've had too much wine, about the imposing threat. And we're gonna end right there.
Was the ship coming towards us, or was it still heading?
Oh yeah, would I know? Is it still headed north or was it headed towards us?
It's sort of just perpendicular, way off on the horizon. Pointed the same direction that your ship is pointed.
Cool.
How you doing? Later. Was not expecting to throw a dyslexic gnome into the game today. Not today.
Aww.
It was sweet.
That was really sweet.
Yeah.
Rolled for a crew conflict, and that's the first thing that came to mind. So,
Dyslexic
Fucking
gnome.
Shelly.
All right, Misfits, and that brings us to the end of tonight's game. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.